The Second World War was fought on land, and tanks were at the center of every battlefield. From lightly armored scouts to massive heavy hitters, every country had its own approach. Some focused on speed, some on firepower, and some on sheer numbers. Today, we're breaking down the most produced tanks of World War II, one country at a time, and looking at the machines that shaped the war. Let's begin with Germany's most produced tanks. Panzer IV. The Panzer IV was Germany's workhorse medium tank. It started as infantry support, but grew into a deadly machine. Versatile, reliable, and mass-produced. Over 8,500 built. It fought on every front, shaping German armored strategy. Panther, Panzer IV. The Panther was designed to counter the Soviet T-34. Fast, well-armored, and deadly with its 75mm gun. Early models had mechanical issues, but it dominated late-war battles. Its firepower made it one of Germany's most feared tanks. Tiger I. The Tiger I was heavy, powerful, and feared by all enemies. Thick armor and an 88mm gun could destroy anything in its path. Only 1,347 were built, but each could control the battlefield. It became the symbol of German tank engineering. Tiger II, King Tiger. Even bigger and stronger than the Tiger I, nearly invincible. Its 88mm gun and armor could defeat most Allied tanks. Slow and mechanically complex, it was expensive to produce. Only 492 saw combat, but it terrified the Allies. Panzer 38. Originally a Czech tank adopted by Germany early in the war. Light, reliable, and easy to maintain for frontline use. It served as a backbone in the early campaigns, eventually replaced by heavier German tanks as the war progressed. Let's move to Soviet Union's most produced tanks. T-34 medium tank. The T-34 was the Red Army's iconic medium tank, tough, mobile, and revolutionary in design. Its sloped armor and powerful 76mm, later 85mm, gun gave it excellent protection and firepower. Soviet factories churned out over 80,000 T-34, making it the most produced tank of World War II. It proved decisive on the Eastern Front, overwhelming German armor with sheer numbers and reliability. KV-1 heavy tank. The KV-1 was a heavily armored Soviet heavy tank that stunned the Wehrmacht in 1941. Its thick armor often shrugged off early German anti-tank guns, making it practically invulnerable at first. Equipped with a 76mm main gun, it outmatched most German tanks of its era. Built in significant numbers early in the war, it helped delay German advances despite mechanical and mobility issues. T-70 light tank. The T-70 was a light Soviet tank designed for reconnaissance and infantry support roles. It was smaller and lighter than medium tanks, but faster and agile on the battlefield. Production ran from 1942 until 1943, with over 8,200 built before it was phased out. Though lightly armored and armed, it filled vital roles in scouting and secondary combat missions. Su-76 self-propelled gun. The Su-76 was a light self-propelled gun based on a lengthened T-70 chassis. Armed with a reliable 76.2mm field gun, it provided flexible fire support for infantry. Simple and cheap to produce, it became the second most produced Soviet armored vehicle after the T-34, over 14,000 built. Its combination of mobility, firepower, and ease of repair made it indispensable on the Eastern Front. IS-2 heavy tank. The IS-2 was the USSR's premier heavy breakthrough tank introduced in 1944. Equipped with a massive 122mm gun, it was capable of dealing with German heavy armor and fortifications. Its thick frontal armor and big gun made it a fearsome presence in the late war's biggest battles. Nearly 4,000 IS-2 were produced, giving the Red Army a heavy tank capable of slugging it out with the best German designs. Let's break down United States' most produced tanks. M4 Sherman. The M4 Sherman was America's iconic medium tank of World War II. Reliable, versatile, and easy to produce, over 49,000 were built. It fought in every theater, from Europe to the Pacific. Its adaptability made it the backbone of U.S. armored forces. M3 Lee Grant. The M3 Lee Grant was an early American medium tank. It featured a unique multi-gun layout with a side-mounted 75mm gun. Outclassed by later German armor, it was essential in 1941 to 42. It provided much-needed firepower until the Sherman took over. M5 Stuart. A fast and agile light tank used for reconnaissance and infantry support. Small, lightly armored, and undergunned, but very mobile. Over 8,800 were produced and deployed in multiple theaters. It gave U.S. forces a quick, flexible tank for scouting missions. M24 Chaffee. Introduced late in the war to replace the Stuart light tank. Equipped with a 75mm gun and better armor, it was much improved. Fast, agile, and capable against light to medium German tanks. It saw action in Europe in 1944-45 and in the Pacific. M26 Pershing, America's first heavy tank deployed late in World War II. Armed with a 90mm gun, it could take on Panthers and Tigers. Slow and produced in limited numbers, but very effective in combat. It finally gave U.S. forces a tank capable of matching German heavy armor. United Kingdom, most produced tanks. Churchill, a heavy infantry tank with excellent armor and reliability. Produced in many variants for combat, engineering, and flamethrowing. Slow but unstoppable in assaults on fortified positions. It served in North Africa, Italy, and Western Europe. Cromwell, a fast and versatile medium tank used from 1944 onwards. Balanced mobility and firepower with a 75mm gun. Served extensively after D-Day in Western Europe. It was one of Britain's most effective late-war tanks. Matilda II, early war infantry tank, nearly invulnerable to early German guns. Slow, heavily armored, and armed with a 2-pounder gun. Famed for North Africa campaigns against Italian and German forces. It provided reliable support for infantry advances. Valentine, compact infantry tank, reliable and easy to produce in large numbers. Lightly armed but strong armor for early war battles. Over 8,000 were built and used extensively on multiple fronts. It served as a backbone of British armored units before heavier tanks arrived. Comet, late war medium tank designed to replace Cromwell. Equipped with a high-velocity 77mm gun and fast mobility. Effective against late-war German armor, including Panthers. It became Britain's best late-war armored vehicle in Europe. The most powerful Japan, most produced tanks. Type 95 Hago, Japan's light tank workhorse, fast and maneuverable. Lightly armored and armed, it was effective against infantry and soft targets. Deployed across China, Southeast Asia, and Pacific Islands. Over 2,300 were built, making it Japan's most produced tank. Type 97 Chiha, medium tank with better armor and firepower than the Hago. Equipped with a 57mm gun in early models. Produced in large numbers and formed the core of Japanese armored forces. It served in nearly every campaign Japan fought in. Type 97 Shinhodo Chiha, improved version of the Chiha with a 47mm high-velocity gun. Better suited to take on Allied light and medium tanks. Produced in hundreds and deployed widely in late war battles. It was Japan's most effective medium tank in World War II. Type 1 Chihi, later medium tank with stronger armor and a 47mm gun. Introduced in 1943 to counter newer Allied designs. Production was limited due to resource shortages. It represented Japan's peak medium tank design during the war. Type 3 Chinu, late war tank designed to counter the M4 Sherman. Equipped with a 75mm gun and thick frontal armor. Produced in small numbers and saw limited combat. It was Japan's most powerful tank by the end of the war.